Hey guys, welcome back. Today I want to talk about jail, more about jail. Jail was really traumatic. A lot of things happened in jail. I think I've already been talking about it for like a couple videos. But basically when I got put in LA County jail, I entered the people's home and you know, I remember bits and pieces of that night and it was really crazy. I remember before I went in the window, I remember taking off my shoes. I had some boots on and that I had gotten from a church earlier. And I took them off and I put them under they had like a port patio and I put them under there. Just weird things like I remember. But when I was arrested at this house, basically, the people came home, the guy started screaming and yelling at me. He scared the crap out of me. At this point, I thought it was my house. I'm pretty sure I told him, like, oh, you're in my house, get out of my house. But he was so scary, like, he just kept screaming at me, so I ran. So as I'm running, the cops see me running because he called the cops, and they pick me up. And of course, I already look guilty because I'm running. So he picks me up. The cops throw me in the car. I don't say anything to them at all. And this is because when I was much younger, I hung around some people who were used to getting arrested and had always told me, if you ever get arrested, don't say anything at all. So even though I wasn't in my right mind, I don't think I said anything. If I did, I probably was like blacked out at the time. So anyway, then I get to like the first holding cell. I'm screaming and yelling, throwing my food at people because I was all by myself in a cell, all by myself in some kind of holding cell somewhere. I got arrested in Compton, I think. I don't think it was Compton. It was Compton. I think it was Compton. I got arrested in Compton, so that must have been like the Compton jail. So then they transport me to downtown jail. They make you take off all your clothes. They send you through like a x-ray machine. They give you a sports bra and some like, basically they look like scrubs. And then some socks and some kind of shoe. I think the shoes were like slip-on shoes. But I didn't remember really getting checked in at all. I remember when they brought me to the jail. I remember when like the actual first holding cell at LA County Jail. I remember laying on the floor. And I remember one of the guards getting pissed off at me for something. I don't know, like if I had refused to get up, but even if I had refused to get up, they would just come and get me. But she was yelling at me for something. I don't know. I don't really remember that part. But so I spent the first month in the, kind of just like rambled on for 3 minutes. But I spend the first part in that one area where I can only come out of my cell an hour a day. When I do come out, they handcuff me to a table. Like they'll let you out if you want to sit at the table and watch TV and eat lunch. But I could only do that for like an hour, if even that. And then you would be like chained to a table at that time. But this lady came in, like a not the jail psychiatrist, I think it's like classification people, because where I was housed was with like people that were very low functioning, mentally ill people who had severe behavior outbursts and had done dangerous things. And so this lady came over and I didn't really fall in that category. And this lady came over and was asking me, do you get along well with others and whatnot? And I was like, yeah, I do. Not like that. Excuse me. Not excited like that. I told her, yes, I get along with others. And so I answered her questions. She left. And so about a month later, I'm going back and forth to mental health court. And that process is really long, right? So, and I can't be bailed out because you have to be competent to be bailed out. And at this point, my husband was coming to visit me. I was starting to gain trust and he was working on getting me bailed out. At the time, I still wasn't fully sane. So I remember thinking like, I'm just going to like play along and work him until I get out of here. And then I'm just going to take all his money and leave or something along those lines. But after several visits, I don't know. I guess I just started to get better. But anyway, after this lady had come and asked me all those questions, she took me to this part of the jail that was, it actually wasn't that bad. It was a smaller area, because most people when they go to jail, they go to general population, which is like, you're like with murderers and like, especially in LA, baby killers and just gang members and really dangerous people. And they can't really put mentally ill people with people like that who mentally ill, non-dangerous or dangerous people with other people like that. So they have to find separate areas for you. So at first I'm in the really bad spot. The lady moves me over to this one area, and in this area I have a roommate, which is cool. But not only that, like you go in there and like at like in the morning they just open the doors. Like the doors of your cell open, and you go out in this bigger area, and there's like coloring books and like puzzles and all this stuff you can do, like kindergarten stuff, right? But and then they had like a yoga instructor come in. They had a church class there. One Sunday the guards gave us muffins and real coffee, because you can't buy caffeinated coffee when you were in the mental area of jail. So that one time we had real coffee. It was decaf coffee, but it wasn't the instant. It was like real coffee, and muffins. And then we would get to watch movies and stuff. So it was totally different. You wake up, they open the doors, and then you go out and do your thing. Like, it's still jail. It's still scary. You think you're never going to get out of there, and it's horrific. But at least that there was something like that. And like looking back, I'm like, oh God, thank God that wasn't nearly as bad. Like, because they would let you out of your cell in the morning, you would eat breakfast, hang out for a little bit, and then from like 2 to 4 or whatever, they'd lock you back in your cell. Then they'd let you out again, and then you'd be out till bedtime pretty much. So it wasn't that bad, but it was. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyways, I pretty much rambled on for like 7 minutes. Hopefully I haven't lost you guys yet. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about anything mental health related, of course, I'm not a doctor, but I can talk about what I've been through. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. Bye.